Well, folks, I got something to show you and I'm not too happy about it. You're messing up my video. This video has taken an unexpected turn. Yes, she finally started. It's a cold morning out there. This is the first day we're at negative temperatures and currently it's -3. However, I need to go out to my utility shed right there and run the air hose over to the cabin so I can use my pneumatic stapler. Let's get this done and get back in here where it's nice and warm. When the snow's this crunchy, you know it's definitely cold. It's negative temperatures when the snow's this crunchy. So let's get this hose out and get it over to the cabin before we get too cold. The cable can sit right here until we're ready to use it. Let's get inside, cut some plastic, and get warmed up. I only need to cut a piece up to about here or so because I got a few scraps that will fill in these little triangle areas. So let's see here. I'm thinking maybe 3.5 feet. That'll bring it up to here. That's more than good. Let's cut a piece 3.5 feet by the 10 foot wide and get it installed. That'll be good right about there. Whoa. And while I'm at it, I gotta cut a piece for this other end wall where I gotta pull the bed out. I know I need about 15 inches or so. So that'll be good right about there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You've seen me install a lot of plastic on the wall, so I'm not going to bore you this time. If you haven't, jump back a couple videos and check out when I did all this plastic. I'll bring you back once I have this all done. I am finished with putting plastic up in the loft. Check this out. So as you can see, I got the plastic all over on this side and even up there. All the outlets are cut out. There's only 3 I had to cut out around. The only place technically I'm not done yet is right over here in the corner. And that's because I got this temporary railing. And whenever I take that end board off, then I got plastic I can put across and tape it off. So other than that, it's all done up here. I even have over here done. And obviously you can't see it because my bed is in the way, but that's all done, taped off and everything. And I know someone's gonna say, What about water in the walls? Well, unfortunately, there is frost in the wall behind the insulation. So what I did is down at the bottom, you can see it's all taped off. However, the tape is not taped to the 2x4. It is just over top of the staple holes in the plastic. So what that will allow is when it does warm up in the springtime and the frost behind the insulation melts, it can run out onto the floor because there is nothing stopping it from running behind the plastic onto the floor. And I'll just have to wipe it up. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I should have had this done 2 months ago, but I put it off and time got away from me. So it is what it is. It will eventually melt and all run out onto the floor. And that is also why I did not use acoustical caulk. Some people call it Black Death because it's black and it just gets on everything. No one understands why, but it just gets on everything when you use it. So instead of using that, that would seal it totally up. I did use it like along there and up the sides and everything, but I chose not to use it on the bottom here just for that simple reason. I want the water to run out, and next winter there's not really going to be any water that can get up in there because it is down low and moisture rises. So also in the summertime, if I'm worried about it, I can go along and tape off the whole bottom. I can tape it all off down to the floor. That way no moisture can get up in the wall. So this is done. I'm going to put everything back where it goes and then move on to the next project. Well, folks, I got something to show you and I'm not too happy about it. Check this out. Nothing. No water's coming out. That means my line's frozen somewhere. If you didn't see this summer, I have a inside the pipe water line heater that goes from under the cabin over to the power shed. But I don't have it plugged in right now. I wasn't expecting it to be this cold. Plus I have a little heater under the cabin and it's keeping it at 45 degrees. So I wasn't thinking the ground would freeze that solid to freeze the water line this early in the season. But apparently it has. So that means one thing. I got to climb in under the cabin, get that plugged in, and get that water line thawed out some. And also I want to turn up my heater some. I would like to be able to get it up into the 60s under the cabin. And it's only getting it up into the low 40s. So let's get some clothes changed and climb in under the cabin. It's going to be cold, but it has to be done. I'm here under the cabin and I'm sure this is warm over here. I'm hoping this works. So let's get this plugged in and see what happens. Okay, it looks like it's working. Let's hope it's actually heating up. Now, the little heater behind you, I want to turn it up some. That way, it puts off more heat down here. So I have this little heater. I'm going to crank it up a little bit. As you can see, I have a little protective shield on here. And it is buried in the ground, probably 6 inches low or so. And I got a lot of space up here. And it's a brand new heater, so it should be fine. I just heard it kick on. And now let's head out, and I need to actually fix this insulation right here. It'll make it a lot more warmer down here once I get this fixed. And hopefully I don't have to come back down here rest of the winter. This is what I have. I actually pulled that up the best I can get it. And now I'm going to put the foam board back in here. It's been about an hour now since we were under the cabin and plugged in the inline water heater. The water heater that's actually inside the water line. So let's go over, see if I have water yet. Yes, it works. I was actually getting worried. It's starting to get dark out. And tonight is a work night, so I have to go to bed early. We'll jump back on some more projects tomorrow. It's a new day. That means it's a new project. Let's walk over here and I'll show you what I'm going to do for this project. Whoa, that sun's really bad. Let me put down this blind that I put up the other day. Look at that. That blind's working out great. Well, we're over here at the refrigerator, and there's a couple things I need to do. First, I'm going to pull the refrigerator clear out so I can get around back of it. And then up here, I need to put in a nailing strip for the ceiling. And then back under this corner of the countertop, I have a nailer strip down under the countertop to hold the back up. But it's just barely touching it. So I need to add another 2x4 down there. So let's get this refrigerator moved out, then I can get back there and get to work. This is the first time I've pulled the refrigerator out since I've finished all this work back here. And everything's looking good. I don't see any water on the floor or anything like that. The wall's looking good. And right here's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Let me grab some additional light. So here's what I'm talking about. You can see this is just barely on, and actually it looks like it might be pulling away a little bit. Right here, it's not quite flat across, so I want to add a piece onto this if I can. Put a couple screws in here and keep this held up. It actually looks like it's sitting on the top of the cabinet, which it's not supposed to be. It should be just a hair above. I got lots of work to get done, so let's quit burning daylight and get busy. 1/16 of an inch difference. It's slightly off, but I'm calling it good. It is too cold out here right now. I gotta get back in the cabin. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. There's a slight gap up above the cabinet. And the whole bottom piece of the countertop is sitting on this board now. I guess if I had it in forward, it would drill better. Perfect. I tried driving that screw in a little bit farther with a new bit. That didn't work, so I tried extracting it. Unfortunately, it's all stripped out. The head is here, right here is all stripped out, so it is where it's going to be. And it's in there. It's not moving. This back edge I need to be picked up just a hair. And then drive this in. Shoot. Looks like I need to drive this one in, or at least get it started. Oh, gee whiz. There, it started now. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it just like that. The whole edge is touching. If I lift it up any, then it won't be touching. And of course it broke it as soon as I sank that screw in a little bit. Got my board, got a few nails or screws started. Let me get this first one in. And how is it now too far up? Beforehand, it was dead on. I don't understand how this stuff works sometimes. Okay, that's a lot better. That should work for a nailing strip. And what this does is, if I have boards going this way for on the ceiling or drywall or whatever, the end right here up against this wall, I have something to nail or screw into to hold this end of the wall or this end of the ceiling up. Let's move on to the next piece. Next thing I need to do is put another nailer, but on this side of the wall up here. Because my boards come across, hit right here, and there's nothing to nail to. So I need to extend this, put a board up here and extend it out an inch or two all the way back. So let's get this done. We're wasting daylight. I have my board cut. I had to cut a notch for this wire that goes up through. And I'm actually going to be bringing another wire up through here, possibly in this video. And it'll go right like this. And sit right there. Now I need to just screw a bunch of screws up through the bottom here. I have 4 screws started. Let's get this screwed in. Oh yeah, that's good and tight. And I actually have it overlapping here, or a little bit too long. I actually have it about 4.5 inches too long right here because there's going to be a wall right here coming across for the doorway and that type of thing. So I made it extra long, that way I can screw up through into it to secure the top of the wall. Next, I need to put up a nailer right in here. And also a piece going right over here I want to get up right now while I'm working on this. So I need to actually have a bigger piece over here because this is the shower wall and I need it to stick out about 1.5 inches on both sides of this wall. So I found a piece, I'm going to cut it and I'll catch right back up with you guys. Okay, just like that, with the magic of video editing, I have my board cut. I actually had to cut out a little corner here because of the vent pipe that's going up through. But let's see if this fits. Perfect fit. Now I did measure out and I know exactly where it needs to sit. Perfect. So now I'll put a bunch of screws up through the bottom here. There, that board's in there good. Now I need to measure this little piece right here. And it looks like 11 3/8 will fit in there. I'll catch up with you guys once I get this cut. I have my board cut. And let's stick it up in there and get it centered. All right, it actually fits. There, that's in there good and tight. And now I'm able to nail here and also on the inside on the shower side. And when I get my doorway on here, I'll have something to nail this board up to right here and get the wall nice and straight. Let's move on to the next project. It's the next day, and unfortunately, this video has taken an unexpected turn. Let me tell you about it. Well, originally, I was going to put up a light right up here. This is where we put up the nailing boards right there, and also over here. And I was going to put up a light in the bathroom here. But last night when I was taking a shower, the water got really, really cold all of a sudden. So I need to change out my propane bottle, for one. And two, let me show you something out here. Yeah, that's right. We got about 3 more inches of snow. And also, since it snowed, that means it warmed up. It's been down in the single digits the last week since we got the big snow. And when it's in the single digits, we might get a few flurries, but usually nothing more than that. In order for us to get 3-4 inches of snow, it definitely warmed up. So right now, the temperature is 24 degrees. Since it's warmer, there's 2 things I want to do outside other than get some of this snow taken care of. I'm not going to break out the snow blower just for 3 inches of snow. But I do want to move my big Super Duty truck over closer to the cabin and also my excavator. And then here in a few hours, Dusty from Dusty Bottom Boys is supposed to show up and give me a hand doing a couple things outside. So let's get our things on and get outside. Look at this snow. I want to take my beast and park it right over in here, right here kind of beside my truck. This way, if it's really cold out and I have to use it for whatever reason, I can plug it in and get it warmed up before I cold start it. And I want to take my big white truck and park it right over here for the same reason. I highly doubt it'll start, but let's see if I can get the white truck started. I can hear the glow plugs clicking away. So we'll let them warm all the way up. Okay, turn it off. Now I'll try it again and let them warm all the way up before I actually try to turn it over. Let's give this a shot. Nope. Let's try it one more time. Nope. I'm going to have to bring my truck over and jump it and try to get it started that way. In the meantime, let's try starting up the beast and letting her warm up. I knew the beast would start up. She didn't want to, but she started up. Let's walk over here and clean off my black truck, get that started up, warmed up, and then I can pull it over and try jumping my white truck with it. Now we wait. It's been 10 or 15 minutes now. Let's see if she'll start up. Not yet, but at least she's trying now. We'll leave it for another 10 or 15 minutes and come back. I'm not gonna track out the whole place again. There's just not enough snow to worry about, and I already got that first layer down. So I just wanted to track this area out because this is the entrance to the cabin. So when people show up or whatever, they're not walking in snow. Really, at 3-4 inches, I don't even worry about doing anything with it. I wait until it's 6 inches to a foot deep, then I will break out the snow blower. But until then, I don't worry about it. I might shovel right through here just so it's a clean walkway for people. But other than that, I don't worry about it. We're gonna leave the trucks run for a little bit longer, and we'll go back out and check them. Let's go inside and hang out for a few minutes.
One eternity later.
Let's try starting the truck again. Yes, she finally started. While the 7.3 Super Duty warms up, let's get some things ready for the next project. Now that the truck is sitting over here, right here is where I can plug it in. And you can see just a regular extension cord will reach over to plug it in. Plus I left enough room that I can get down through here with the snow blower if I need to. And I still have a lot of room back here and everything to push snow. So it's in a good spot. The only bad thing is now it kind of blocks my view from the cabin. You can see the cabin right there. It blocks my view coming out this way. But oh well, gotta sacrifice something. Dusty is on his way. Let's go inside, get warmed up before he gets here, because we're going to be working outside. So let's go inside, warm up for a few minutes until he shows up. Hey, this is Dusty, everyone. He's going to help me put up some Tyveks today. So let's go around the back and show you guys what I need done. So Dusty, as you can see, I'm missing a couple pieces of Tyveks there.
Yeah, who did that?
Well, no one did that. Just I never got around to doing it.
Oh, you never got around to it. Who ordered all this snow?
What's that?
I said, who ordered all the snow?
I don't know. That should hold. Ready, Dusty?
I'm ready if you are.
Oh man, I barely can stand up here. I keep sliding. Whoa. Whoa, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You might want to reset your ladder.
Yeah, I don't know why it...
Kind of hard to find a good place in all this snow.
Okay, I think that'll work.
That's what you said last time.
Yeah. Well, folks, what do you think? Did we do a good job or not? We're not going to tape it off just because it's like 22 degrees out here, and everyone knows when tape is cold, it doesn't stick very well. So we're just going to hold off on doing the tape until the springtime. Let's move around the corner and get that end done. And shut up, you crow! You're messing up my video. So this is what we need to finish up. This right up here. There's going to be probably 3 to 4 pieces. Probably 3 pieces going across and then 1 real small piece at the top. It's winter time. Let's quit wasting daylight and get to work.
All out, Bill.
I thought those last few might have been out.
Just that one.
Oh, just that one?
Yeah.
Okay. My way a little bit. The 2 or so inches. We'll call it good. Trade you.
All right, there's that. I think brings out your personality pretty good though, Bill, so it's okay.
Like I said, it was right at one time.
We're not here to judge.
and I'll catch up with you folks once we're done here. And just like that, we're finished. Check it out. We got a couple small pieces way up there to do, but whenever I put siding on, then we'll worry about those. We'll have a lot better setup. It'll be a lot safer that time because hopefully there's no snow on the ground at the time. But we're all done. We got the ladders put away, and I just want to tell Dusty, thank you, buddy, for coming out and helping me.
Hey, glad to help, Bill. You've helped me out before, so that's what neighbors are for, right?
Yep. So thank you, and I'll catch up with you guys here probably tomorrow since it's already about 5 o'clock. It's a new day here on the homestead, and as you saw yesterday afternoon, last night, Dusty and I got rest of the house wrap on, but we're done outside for the moment. We're going to turn our attention to the hot water heater. What happened was my tank down here ran out of propane. So let's get this disconnected and get a new one hooked up so I have hot water again. Make sure that's off. Oh yeah, pretty empty. Since it's empty, we'll just set this right here, that way I'll remember it. Gotta remember these are reverse threads, so it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. And got it the first try. That's as tight as I can make it. Now let's open this. It's all the way open. Now I'll turn the hot water on and see if the tankless on-demand hot water heater works. Okay, here goes the hot water. As you just saw, it kicked on, it started heating up, so I'll definitely call that a success. Now, I need to get a couple lights installed. I just finished installing this light. I still have the light switch off, the breaker off, and I have not turned it on yet. Let's see if it works, and let's see if I burn the house down. Just turn the breaker on. No sparks or anything, that's good. Now let's turn the light switch on. I got it. And man, that really lights this closet up. I did say I was going to do the bathroom light also. However, I think I'm going to hold off because I want to run the light switch and the exhaust fan on the same breaker. And since it's the bathroom, I want to be safe in there. I don't want any electrical issues, so I need to go and buy a GFCI breaker for the panel here. It's gonna have to wait till another day and another video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any good content. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.
Let's take a look at what we have here. You've got 420 amp AC outlets, DC on and off. We have a